Welcome to Whiskey Mountains. I'm Adriana, and today we are finally doing my top 4 whiskeys from 2022. So I am doing this a little bit differently than most people. Most people would probably just remember their whiskeys and know what their top 4 was and be able to figure it out. But I have a terrible memory. My husband buys a lot of our whiskeys, so I can never remember when we bought what or when we got whatever. We tend to kind of make our whiskeys last, especially if we really like them. So it's easy to have a whiskey bottle laying around from a couple years ago. So instead of me choosing my 4 and letting you know, he actually thought about it and chose my 4, knowing my palate really well, knowing what I've really enjoyed the past year, and poured me a blind flight. And so this video is me getting a bit tipsy and drinking through that blind flight, kind of, talking about each whiskey and ranking them in the end. So y'all will be told which whiskey is what, like which glass is what whiskey throughout the video, but I don't know it until the end when he reveals them. Get a bit tipsy. I think it's pretty fun. Hope you enjoy. And let me know in the comments what were some of your top whiskeys of 2022 and if any of them were some of my top 4. Be kind of cool. Okay, so I'm all set up. I've got my comfy blanket, my pajama top, and this is just how we really chill do flights. The whiskeys are actually poured in just different glens, so that's how Nick's keeping track, so they can actually just be in random order. My coffee table kind of pulls out, which makes it easier to lounge. We've got a football game on. It's playoff season. I've got my favorite flight board that my whiskey lab made me. And I'm just going to put them in totally random order. I have absolutely no idea what is in this flight. So, y'all will actually know, because hopefully I should edit what each thing is in the video. Oh, that one is very weird. Of course, I have a control bourbon over here that's in my Livewire Whiskey Glen. So, and if you've watched my channel before, you can probably guess what my control bourbon is. But if you haven't, it's just Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof.
Here's a real note.
Get back yourself. So I'm starting to sip through these. This Women of Whiskeys one, it's just, like, you don't get too much of the, you get a oakiness on the nose, but on the palate, it's just like so much oak, but not over oaked. It's more just that primarily it is a very strong oak note, but there's just like this sweet charred note, which might sound kind of weird. Not quite like burnt marshmallow, but just, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a burnt vanilla or something. This like just slightly sweet char note that kind of helps balance out the oakiness of it. I like oaky whiskeys. I think this could be too oaky for some people, but I'm very much enjoying this one. Nobody cares. Mm-hmm. Now this one's also oaky, but has like a more sweetness on the nose and more like a kind of a peanut buttery kind of thing. This one has much more of like a creamy sweetness mixed in with that oaky that I think is really helping. I feel like it makes it really approachable. I love the nose on this one. This is the one in the Storytime glass. Now this one is not so oak forward. This one's much more of a sweetness, vanilla, but also like cinnamon, almost like a tiramisu kind of thing going on. This is so grape on the nose. If this isn't Buffalo Trace, I'll be shocked. There's something else going on to it though. This is good. This is not so oak forward, very grape forward. Definitely much sweeter. It doesn't taste crazy proofy though, or anything like that. Just sweet and grapey. You can tell what I'm guessing what it is. But I'm trying not to. Nick specifically told me not to guess. Ooh. There was a nice kick there at the end. And kind of a nice finish. Okay, I'm going to rearrange, change the order and whatnot. Which means I got to take them out of my little flight board, which I'm obsessed with. My beautiful Live Edge flight board, I forget the type of wood it is, made by my whiskey lab shortly after I completed my PhD, and it has Whiskey Mountains on it, and I mean, it's gorgeous. And this just meant so much to me. I love it. What are you doing with your...
I don't have pockets. I feel like a woman.
Husband needs pajama pants with pockets. Writing that down.
This is gonna be difficult.
This is hard.
No shit.
I don't even have a clear last. Like, this is... I think I have a first. But partly because it stands out the most from the other three. The other three are more
there is one that's just
similar. This is extremely difficult. I'm deciding on numbers because I have to for second, third, and fourth. I really believe, I want to state this first before I get any kind of reveal, that number one is number one, partly because it just sticks out so much from the other three, and the other three have more similarities. So Nick is going to bring out the bottles. I literally don't even know what is in this flight. Like, I don't know what the bottles are in this flight. Nick, my husband, is deciding based on knowing me extremely well and knowing what I have really enjoyed pour after pour throughout the year. For fourth place is Women of Whiskeys. Glen. What? Okay, can we real quick? So number 4 is Calumet 16, which I love, and Nick got for me as our anniversary gift. But number 4, I guessed Calumet 16. Just saying, I guessed that this one was Calumet 16. Necklace. That's pretty cool. I fucking love Calumet 16. So, number 3 was in the Storytime Glen. Bottle guess. Really? This is the Hardens Creek Jacob's Well. So, which is 108 proof. This is 106 proof. And again, it's a very similar profile. It's like that woody, oaky sort of thing. A little bit nuttier. Number 3 is the one I did not have a guess on. I also haven't drank much of this bottle. I love this bottle. Okay, so number 2 was the Mash and Journey Glen. Which, by the way, I guessed was Knob Creek 18. I'm just saying. Had a little bit more creamy sweetness that I really enjoyed. And that nuttiness. So I feel like... Oh, I am so right about this. There's no way. Yes, I'm right about this. Yes, it was Knob Creek 18. Dude, I'm very, very proud of that. Okay, cool. The number 1 was the whiskeychannel.com Glen, which I guessed is a Stag Junior, because I got grape all fucking day on that. And Nick is trying to fuck with my head right now. He's wandering around with a Russell's bottle. He's put it down. Now he's wandering around with another bottle. Now he's going back. No way! Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. So, okay, it's funny that I got the grape note. Maybe I got stuck on thinking it was Buffalo Trace. I love Lucky 7 Holiday Toast. And thanks to one of our Whiskey Tube members in the chat, Mr. Jiggs, I just got this new bottle of Lucky 7 Holiday Toast. To me, it was the best Christmas whiskey you could possibly have. I don't care what you rye lovers say. And so he got me a new bottle. I finished mine during Christmas season kind of thing, the holiday season. And I'm so excited I just got this. But that is so funny to me that I really got a grape note. I did not quite... I got a sweeter note, but I didn't quite get like that double oak note. But Lucky 7 holiday toast, which I've been going off about how great it is, was, according to my husband, my number one of 2022. And honestly, not mad at that. Sorry I'm not on a trail, but thanks so much for joining me for my top 4 of 2022, according to my husband at least. And make sure you drink with a view, whether it be of gorgeous mountains or the beach or family, some friends, whatever. Salud. If that makes any sense to the sober audience watching this. Nick is laughing at me. Sorry I'm not on a trail, but thank you so much for joining me. Nick has decided he needs to run water in this very fucking moment. This is why you don't film indoors. It's fucking stupid. You done? You good?
This is why it's perfect.
Cool. Thanks. That'll be in the blue.